Good, beautiful morning, everybody, and welcome to the Friday edition of Shortcuts for Your Soul. Today I have with me the energy of a group called the Ascended, who felt it was very important to articulate the importance and the risks associated with mediumship. And we're going to get into that in just a few moments. Good morning, Drusilla. Good to see you, darling. Yeah. So it's really important that you hear this today, because there are a lot of people practicing mediumship that don't have any understanding of what they're actually doing, how, or even why. When they gave us the mechanism for teaching people how to learn mediumship, it was along a very specific set of circumstances. Again, we're going to get into that in just a few moments. Good morning, Amanda. The return to freedom. Good morning. Hi, guys. Good morning on TikTok. Who we got coming? Hi. Hello, Sherry. Hello, Pedro. Good to see you. Hello, Pablo. Hi. Now, mediumship, you must understand that you live in a physical dimension through a physical body. The physical body is not the source of you. It is the vehicle, the instrument that you use while experiencing this physical dimension, as you do through your physical body. The physical realm is fairly easy for you to comprehend and understand through the mechanisms of sight, sound, touch, taste, and smell. You can get a good handle, so to speak, on what physical reality is from the perspective of your biology, your body. From the perspective of your mind, you move into the realm of the invisible, as you have thoughts, you have memories, you have emotions. They are experienced by you directly, but not by everybody else. Although everyone else experiences thought and emotion, you all experience it in the realm of the invisible, or what some of you may refer to as the astral realm, a place where invisible information, visible to your awareness, but not visible to the senses. That is, you don't see other people's thoughts and memories and emotions, except by the way they may articulate those expressions through the body that would reveal some of that to you. But you do have these two realms, that the physical world and the mental or astral world, that you are able to perceive both worlds simultaneously. You live in three worlds at least. Now, the function of mediumship is the ability to tap into realms of information, knowledge, and consciousness outside the scope of what you might be familiar with. You are very familiar with the world of your five physical senses, and you're very familiar with the world of your thoughts, your memories, and your emotions. You are very aware of these things. However, beyond that, above that, there are realms of information that can come to you at your request, and sometimes not at your request. The function of gaining information and experience from the physical dimension rests solely on your physical body. The ability to gain information as ideas, beliefs, considerations through your mind also comes through your physical body, and it also comes through the astral realms, other realms of information that you can tap into and tune into. Some of your greater thinkers call this realm the realm of inspiration, the divine realm. There's many different terms where you can acquire and gather information outside of the five physical senses and outside of the familiar information of your personality, which we define as your body, your mind, your memories, and your emotions. And that you have a function of energy called emotion that you create with. Now, the function of mediumship is when you develop the capacity or ability to open yourself up to realms of information beyond your five physical senses, where you get to tap into, as it were, or tune into frequencies of information and consciousness different than the ones you can perceive with your physical body or your mind, the function of your memory, your analysis, your emotional experiences from this dimension. The process of beginning to gain access to such information outside of what is known to you is a process that has historically been recognized and identified as mediumship and meditation. Meditation and mediumship are placing yourself into a state where you are not dominated by the senses of the body, nor the memories and information of your mind, but you turn your attention away from them to seek information beyond them. The statement, "Seek and ye shall find," refers to this process. Meditation and mediumship are the functions of being able to acquire that information and utilize it. However, there are risks associated with this process if you do not understand the nature of your own mind, if you do not know how to control or monitor your own body and your own mind effectively. Then you run the risk of encountering streams of information, beings of consciousness that may not be conducive to your health and well-being. It's important that you understand there are certain qualities and states of existence that act as an attracting influence over what you will receive or not receive. If you live in a state of fear, for example, and you bring your fear into a state of meditation without understanding how to release that fear can act as an attractive force for energies, beings, and entities that are in alignment with that function of fear. You have many instances in your conventional religions or theology would call it possession, where the consciousness that is not so good and pleasant enters into the energy of another individual and asserts an influence over them. Much in the same fashion that we are doing that through this one here, this process can be either good or not so good, depending upon the nature and quality of your emotional and physical energy state. If your body is in a favorable state of energy, then it is likely to attract, from a physical perspective, that which is good. On a more simpler understanding, animals in the wild, if there is an animal that is maimed or weak, then predators will come and eat it. If your body is not healthy and vital and vibrant, then you can attract a function of predators towards you. The same is true on an emotional level, that the nature of your emotional energy on the realms of which we were speaking that are not of the body, not of your thought, but of the realms where you're pursuing to acquire and gain knowledge, wisdom, and information beyond what you know, the realm of the infinite potential of knowledge and wisdom. If you go into these spaces and places in fear, in guilt, in shame, in anger, then you will present an attractive force to those energies and entities that may not be beneficial to you or those around you. As we said a few moments ago, this in your theological and other religious systems is called possession. There is a great deal of this going on your planet right now, this function of possession, where many of you are caught up in your fear and your need and your want, and you attract these influences into your consciousness that cause you to think, to say, and to do things that are, well, let us just say some of them are quite atrocious. War being one of those functions. It takes a very low vibrational energy to propagate conflict. It takes a low vibrational consciousness to propagate conflict and violence and aggression. And so we articulated a very simple and easy to follow practice to prepare oneself for the realm of mediumship. If you are not adequately and properly prepared, you run the risk of experiencing things that are not so pleasant. You must train your mind and train your body to be of such a constitution that you only attract or receive certain qualities of information. Many of you are exploring this realm of mediumship thinking you can just talk willy-nilly to any creature or being without understanding the principles of energy involved in the process. But there's a great deal of possession going on in your planet right now that is inclining humans to harm one another, to start wars, to be greedy, to be indiscriminate. Many of your destructive and negative behaviors are just that, a function of possession, of individuals being in low vibrational states and seeking to explore these other realms of consciousness without understanding the nature and quality of their own mind, let alone the nature and quality of that which their own conscience can attract. There are only two functioning principles in all of creation: the principle and the energy of love, and the principle and energy of fear. The one to which you align yourself will determine the nature and the quality of what you will attract, not only in your biological experience, as you can see in nature. The weak, the sick, the elderly are often preyed upon by predator animals. The same is true on the astral and spiritual realms, that if you're in a low vibrational state, you run the risk of attracting low vibrational energies that will indeed influence and interfere with you in ways that might not be so beneficent. There are very specific and precise steps that you need to take to prepare your mind and your body before you begin to venture into the realms of the spirit. You must understand that there are functions to communicate with God, to communicate to your ascended masters, to communicate to angels and archangels, to communicate with low vibrational entities such as demons. That you must understand that the quality and condition of your mind, your body, and your emotions will play a role in what you will attract and what you will repel. Learning how to articulate your mind and body into an effective state of consciousness that would be favorable to communing and connecting with higher vibrational beings and entities is far more appropriate for you, and certainly more beneficial for you and your entire species. You ask the question, why is life the way it is? Because there are functions of influence that cause certain effects in time, space, and matter. And we highly encourage you to evaluate the process and the mechanisms of your thoughts, your emotions, and your memories, and how they play a role in what you will attract into your consciousness. There are people in all walks of life today that are harboring darkness and evil because they are weak in fear and judgment and guilt and shame, greed, objectification. These things attract very specific influences, not only in terms of how you function in the world, but how things will interact with you in consciousness. There are influences even in your your one-dimensional realm of the physical. There are influences here that incline and push you towards fear, anger, guilt, judgment, shame, which makes it very favorable and fertile ground for low vibrational energies to interfere with you in your day-to-day living and in the lives of your loved ones. You must understand there is a clear distinction between love and fear, and that each of these functions of energy and consciousness will precipitate very different attractions and expressions through you and to you. It can't be explained much simpler than this, but to say that you must learn to first and foremost teach your body to be still and quiet, to teach your mind to be fearless, to teach it to be quiet, and to teach your own awareness to be fearless, to be more towards the function of love. Many of you confuse the idea of love with physical intimacy, and nothing could be further from the truth, as physical intimacy is only the mechanism by which physical forms have the opportunity, souls have the opportunity to enter into this world. It's important you understand getting your body into a high vibrational state, getting your mind into a high vibrational state. First and foremost, these two must occur. You cannot just wander willy-nilly into the realm of spirit without understanding the practical rules and laws that govern energy and consciousness with regard to this area. The vast majority have not learned how to effectively manage your own physical bodies, and you would expect to be divinely guided by an ascended master? If you are mistreating and abusing your body, what do you think you will attract into your consciousness? If you are not in a state of peace and grace, compassion and kindness, what do you think you might attract into your consciousness? You must learn to train your body to be healthy, to be vibrant, to be strong. You must honor and treat your body as a sacred instrument, not as something you just toss around for the sake of tossing it around. Your body is a sacred and divine temple, and many of you do not understand this. Randomly sharing your physical energy without any consideration for what you are exchanging energetically from one person to another. Everything that you allow into your body, everything that you allow to come out of your body, is a vibrational energy that establishes and produces experiences in accordance with those states of energy. That is, if you're eating very bad low vibrational food, then you'll have a very bad and low vibrational body. If you're engaging in people that are viewing you as simply a physical body, then you will simply be experiencing your life as a physical body. It cannot be underscored enough how important it is for you to be able to understand how to restore your body to a divine, noble vibration of well-being, to restore your mind to a state of calm, peace, and poise. As some of your ascended masters have said, you learn to be still. Learn to be still. Sit in the silence, undisturbed. And there are reasons for this. Many of your great masters gain their inspiration, their wisdom, and knowledge because the foundation of their consciousness is settled and set in love. And so all they would bring in and offer to you is love. And you have seen evidence of this. Many of your masters that have come over the ages, some that have reincarnated even today to assist those of you that are awakening to this truth. The functions of your ascended masters are of love because that is what they established in their own minds and hearts. And so they receive the guidance, the inspiration, and dare we say the divinity of love works through them. And the divinity of love can work through you. However, you must establish that function of love within your mind, within your body. Until such a time, we would encourage you, unless you have a proper methodology of learning the practice of teaching your mind and teaching your body, restoring them to love and grace, then we would encourage you to not participate in the practice of mediumship, as there are, again, the risks we've already outlined associated with it. If you go into a state of wishing to commune to the spirit, but you're angry and frustrated and upset, then you will attract, of course, the inspiration and the information that matches those qualities of energy. As equally as if you go into a state of spirit where you're in a state of gratitude and bliss, then you will receive something very differently that you can be inspired and guided with. But until such a time, until you have learned and practiced these things, we highly encourage you to be very cautious, at the very least, in pursuing the practice of mediumship. Each and every single soul on this planet has access to the realm of the spirit. There are no exceptions. There are no specialists with regard to this. Every one of you has access to the spirit realm, but if you do not understand the rules of energy and spirit, there will be effects. Just as if you did not teach your children how to cross the street, they could get hit by a car. You teach them, they learn, and they are safe. And they are effective at crossing the street if they are taught properly. So too, in exploring the realm of spirit, the same consideration applies, that there must be a function of training that prepares you. It is why your one great master said, "Prepare ye the way." Did not just refer to one connection with your divine. It meant to prepare the way that you could receive and experience love, that you could receive and experience grace, that you could receive and experience knowledge and wisdom useful to your process of development in this existence of the physical dimension. So it's extremely important that you understand what we are saying, that you must effectively learn to train your body and your mind and your awareness to not resonate in the frequencies of fear when you choose to explore spirit. We have created such a program that we work with through this one, that if you're so curious as to understand this realm of information that is available, where do you think you humans get your new ideas from? Where do you think ideas of the quantum, ideas of multiverses, ideas of multiple dimensions, ideas that let you explore the invisible, microscopic, and subatomic realms, and the grand gross, where do these ideas come to you from? They come to you from the realm of spirit, your realm of inspiration. Any one of your scientists, prior to having a significant breakthrough, is completely and wholly focused that he wants to understand something that he does not understand, and in his wholehearted desire to know that which he does not know, he or she will receive the inspiration. And this is how you grow and evolve your species, because you have learned to access the realm of spirit, both in good ways and not so good ways. And so if you wish to understand and experience and comprehend the realm of spirit, there are very careful, deliberate, and intentional practices that you must learn to follow in the same fashion your parents had taught you to cross the street, or tie your shoes, or hold a fork or knife. In any endeavor, if you do not understand the rules of engagement, you could experience errors or not so pleasant events. But we can assure you that if you so choose to explore the realm of spirit, then we are here to guide you and assist you in that process, so long as you're willing to give up your suffering. Or we assist those who wish to give up their suffering, their anger, their fear, their guilt, their shame. They are not what you want to take on the path of the spirit realm for you, for those will attract like unto themselves, just as love and joy and curiosity and playfulness will attract inspiration and the flow of spirit in resonance with that. You did not come to this world to suffer. You came to this world to learn the function of creation. And you did not come here to do it alone. There are beings and entities that want to guide you and assist you if you're open to that. As equally as there are beings that will indulge and enjoy in your suffering and your pain. But the practice of mediumship is a pathway to different realms of knowledge and wisdom beyond what you know. Acquiring information and knowledge that's relevant to the pursuits of creation that you wish to engage in while you're in this physical dimension. Whether those pursuits are scientific, medical, spiritual, whether they are artistic, the realm of the infinite will work through you to benefit you and also to not benefit you if you so choose. For suffering indeed is a choice. If you understand the distinction between love and fear, and you learn that distinction, that in and of itself can be sufficient enough to know that you could turn your attention away from fear and hold your attention upon love. And then that function of love will precipitate very different understanding and the acquisition of different knowledge and inspiration than does fear. Both work. Your fear, your anger, your guilt, your shame, your love, your curiosity, your playfulness, your compassion, both of these diametrically, vibrationally different energies will still function. They are both creative influences over time, space, and matter, and consciousness. And you have the will and ability to choose between both. And we encourage you to choose the one that is certainly going to be more beneficial to you. Begin with the body, to make your body a noble, beautiful, and wondrous instrument by how you treat it. Make your mind a temple of curiosity, excitement, and wonder. And then explore the realm of spirit. Explore the realm of spirit from a vibrational state that is favorable to that which would strengthen you. Those animals wild in the field that are strong and vibrant are the ones that survive, that grow, that evolve, that propagate. Those that are sickly and weak die. This is demonstrated clearly in the realm of nature, but the same principles apply to you and your body. And there are ways in the realm of spirit you can acquire knowledge and information to heal. You can acquire knowledge and information to grow, to know, to be guided. There is no limit or restriction on what information you can acquire. Information that is good and information that is not so good. You can acquire both equally in the realm of spirit, as you can experience both in this physical dimension, that which you call good and evil. You can experience both in this dimension. As above, so below. The rules apply on all dimensions of existence, that the function of energy is universal in its application. Your planetary system of consciousness is about to go through some tremendous innovations, transformations. You are opening up pathways and doorways to dimensions of consciousness that contain both things that are good and not so good. As equally as you in your own consciousness can access the realm of spirit and experience good and not so good energies, so too, as you open up these other dimensional realms, there are dimensions that are very good and there are dimensions that are not so good. And the ones that you will open will be in alignment with your consciousness, with your vibration. If your exploration is greed and fear and control and power, then you will open up a dimension to that experience. If your consideration is to understand the marvels of wonder and creation and the joy of living and existence, you will have another experience from another dimension. There are infinite dimensions that go along the same spectrum of the vibration of love and fear. It can't be made any simpler than those two polarizing energies that actually work together, love and fear. And understanding how to make the distinction between one or the other allows you to gain the practical experience and skill necessary to be an intelligent creator. We will say this but one more time this day. Be very mindful, cautious, and careful in the pursuit of mediumship. You must learn the rules of the road, so to speak. You must understand how to restore your body to a vibrational state that resonates as high as it can possibly go. To bring your mind into a state of peace, tranquility, curiosity, playfulness, and all the other children of love. Again, we are simply offering this that you might recognize you have the choice For there are many of you that are choosing fear in the pursuit of these other dimensions, and you are experiencing things accordingly. And there are those of you that are experiencing and choosing love and experiencing things accordingly. And so we leave this consideration with you. Those that will instruct you on mediumship, make certain that they too come from love and not from fear, that they show you the guidelines that govern your body and its well-being, your mind and its well-being, your soul and its well-being, so that you can prepare yourself, prepare ye the way, that you could receive divine dispensation, knowledge, and wisdom that would serve you well in your life of creation in this physical dimension. Wow. Good morning, everybody. Hi. I want to say thank you to the Ascended today. Just wonderful and beautiful. It's and I want to thank some of our students who've gone through their own challenges that reveal to us the process. You must understand that your emotions, your thoughts are vibrational. Your body and its state or condition is vibrational. You can have a body that's paralyzed or broken, but be in a very high vibrational state. Right? You want to make certain before you pursue mediumship, and again, now I'm paraphrasing a bit, before you pursue mediumship, you want to make certain that you learn how to raise the vibration of your body to a state that's positive. Remove toxins from it, remove elements from the body that won't serve its well-being. Then that will be retuning your body to a different way of being. And the same thing with your thinking mind. You want to change that as well. But let's get into some questions here. Hi. Oh, good to see you guys. Good morning. Advice on how to deal with the fact that you may leave others behind because you are changing your vibration. This is a really great consideration. And once you understand you're changing your vibration, you're not actually leaving other people behind. They're just staying where they are. And if you're patient enough and you're persistent enough and you stay in that place, then you will attract in your experience people, events, and circumstances like this one that will be in resonance with you. Again, understanding the function of love does not mean you have to displace or disconnect with other people. It also means that you fashion ways of communication that are beneficent for you and the others. Because one is not understood does not mean that you are any less than what you are. If they do not understand you, then have compassion for them. Have patience for them. Even if they do not wish to learn, have patience with them. It is not important that you be lauded for being a spiritual, intelligent individual. What is important that you rest in the joy of your own development and evolution, and not demand or expect that others should be that which you are. But yes, there is a truth to that indeed, when you change your vibration, when you elevate your consciousness, that the places you go, the people you will see and meet will begin to change and match you accordingly. And one ought to be very excited if you are moving towards greater love, greater prosperity, greater happiness, greater excitement. Then it stands to reason that that is what you are moving towards. And therefore you will encounter people, events, and circumstances that reflect the new state of your being. Rejoice. Rejoice then. Have no fear. Hi. Question from, Jen is just saying, your fear is so strong, magnetizing. Most people don't allow this, since the fear-based mind believes it is truth, continuing to release fear. Yeah, please. Letting go. You can actually let go of fear out of your body. One of the things they have taught us, and they've been teaching through me and our other teachers and instructors, is how to let go of fear, how to master your mind, how to teach your body to be healthier. Because without those functions, without being able to raise the vibration of the body, it can be very difficult. But yes, you can let go of fear. Thank you for reminding us of that, Jen. If you've heard anything here, I'd like to know your other thoughts and comments on what was just said about that person's comment. Yeah. Good morning. Hi, Kat. Kat's asking, how do you keep energetic boundaries but still be open-hearted and loving as well as open to receiving? Thank you. I think that's very similar, Kat, to what this other person has said. That when you start to change your vibration, the people around you will start to change. Why do you think Buddhist monks hang out mostly at monasteries? Why do you think that yogis and rishis and other sons of masters hang around in very specific ashrams and places? Because they're in resonance with the people, events, and circumstances that come to them, right? Or that are there with them. It's really important to understand that your vibration you can change. You can change the vibration of your body by how you treat it, how you think, and you can change the vibration of your mind by your thoughts, altering your thoughts, memories, emotions, and how you work with those energies, right? But yeah, it's a very interesting thing. Good morning, Khan. Hi. Yeah, we're getting close to Christmas. Very close. Next week, eh? Wonderful time. Hi. Wow, we're up to 15,000 likes on TikTok already. That's incredible. Thank you so much. Do my spirits have anything they want me to focus on for 2025? LOVE. Focus on love. What is thought if it is not love? What are actions if they are not love? What are words if they are not love? Focus on love in word, in thought, and action. Carefully evaluate what you are going to think, say, and do, and ensure that it equals the test of love as you understand it. The definitions and expressions of love can change and transform. They can expand and get stronger and more potent. As equally as the functions of fear and anger and rage can through attention get strong and potent. What we would say to you for this coming year, focus on love in all your thoughts, in all your words, in all your actions. I like that. If I don't get your questions, and I'd like share your thoughts on what was just said to that person in the comment section. We'd really appreciate it. Hi. Hi, guys. Yeah. Dajana is asking, can you tune into my energy and tell me what it is I need to do in order to attract more abundance in my life? Well, Dajana, I would highly recommend booking a one-on-one reading with me. And you can do that by going to my website, williammichaelforbes.com. But just a little suggestion, begin to consider the vibration of the word wealth. Just focus on that word wealth and get into the vibration of the word. When you feel the vibration, that's when your body starts to feel the vibration of a word, you're actually bringing it into physical form. When you actually feel the body vibrating to a word. But again, I would go book a reading with me if you want to get really into the nuts and bolts. So when you guys ask a question, I'm not just getting the answer for your question. I get this whole, it's like a whole library suddenly loads up of information that's for you specifically. And if you want to know more about that, again, you can book a reading with me. We can't download all the information you need just in this short time frame. And we were told to make certain that this space and time would be used to affect and influence as many people towards moving into love and away from fear as possible. Right? That's what it's all about. Hang on. How do you stay in that high vibe? I feel like I've raised it and fall. Well, because there's cycles. You are in a physical dimension with a physical body. Physical bodies have certain rules that govern them. One of those laws is the law of rhythm. Right? Everything has a high state and a low state. When you get to the level of an ascended master, they can transcend physical laws. You can transcend the laws of fatigue and the normal laws of the body where it needs to have a nap every few hours or it has to eat every so often. Some masters can eat very, very little. Some have even known to eat nothing but drink water and thrive and survive. And there's people like that called breatharians that don't live on food. They live on breath and water. So yeah, learning to raise your vibration so the body is no longer governed by the material world, but by the consciousness of your own spiritual entity, then that's a different thing. When you're not allowing your body to be governed by the environment, but governed by your love, your joy, your connection to God, if you want to use that term, right? Connecting to love. But that's a great question. Hi, amazing information. Thank you for sharing this. You're very welcome, Robert. How do you transmit anger that arises? If you want to learn how to transmit anger and transmute fear and anger, sign up for our masterclass. Our 101 masterclass starts, the next one is March the 1st. We have our masterclass 101 starting March the 1st. And that will get you on the pathway to learning how to manage and transmute your emotions. Masterclass 101 is an introductory course into mediumship. How to prepare for it, how to adjust and change the vibration of your body, and how to get your mind into a place that will support you along the journey as well. So you'll learn a lot in Masterclass 101, and then of course with that, we go into Masterclass 102, which is called Liberation, learning how to liberate yourself from old, heavy, dense emotions that you might be hanging on to for years sometimes. And what the Ascended said in their transmission about it is so important to not go into mediumship with a bunch of garbage by that low vibrational emotions. You need to learn to shift your emotional energy. And in Masterclass 101 and 102, you'll learn how to do that quite proficiently, how to literally change emotions from one state to another. Wouldn't you like to get rid of all your anger? Transmute it, make it into a powerful force for creation. Wouldn't you like to be able to change the power of your anxiety and convert it into the fuel for doing things you love? Because emotion can't be created or destroyed. It can only be changed from one state to another. And there are ways you can change anxiety into joy, anger into excitation. You can learn to shift and change your energy consciously and deliberately. And I encourage you to sign up. Do so today. Don't waste time. Our classes are not large classes. They're very intimate and very close at this point in time until such a time they tell us to change that. So you want to get in sooner rather than later. Don't waste time. 2 months will go by so fast, folks. Do it now. It always happens when the course comes up, people go, can I get in the course? They miss the date. So you're getting 2 months notice this time. How can I prepare my child to understand love? By being a function of love, demonstrate love in what you say and what you think and what you do. Right? And that love will also mean discipline, teaching them not to do certain things and to do certain things. But a starting point is teaching your children to breathe, to teach your children just how to use their breath, to teach them that they're having a control over their body. And if you teach them that they have control over the body, when they start getting to thinking, you can teach them that they can control their thoughts, right? Because what's happening is most people's thoughts are being controlled by outside of you. Most people's thoughts are being controlled by people, events, and circumstances around you. The politicians, the governments, the medicine, the doctors, the lawyers, the priests, the ministers, the rabbis, all this stuff around us is controlling most people's thought. Very few people think for themselves anymore. Most people are reacting and responding according to the thoughts they've been given. Very few people evaluating and examining their thoughts in a reasonable or practical way. And therefore most people are enslaved to other people's thoughts and beliefs about life. So teach your child how to breathe first and foremost, how to relax the body. Because there's a certain feeling that goes when you can put your body into a really beautiful state, just through your breath, the body feels really good. And when you can teach the mind how to be still and quiet, the mind will feel really good. And you'll learn all that in the masterclass. Go sign up for it. Right? Or if you want, you can book a reading with me, because there's lots of things you can find out about your life from a reading that you didn't even know you could get access to. We got that. Thank you so much. My child is 19 years old. It doesn't matter if your child is 19 years old or 30 years old. It's never too late. We have people that come into our master classes that have been in trauma for decades. And in a couple of classes, a couple of practices, they start to find freedom again. If your child is 19, teaching them how to breathe, teaching them how to relax the body is no small feat. Most people can't sit still for a minute. Try teaching your child, try sitting still for 20 minutes with no thinking and no activity of the body. Just try sitting still for 20 minutes. You'd be amazed at how few people can do that. But yeah, you can shift your energy. Do you or spirits have any advice on how to choose a partner? Yes, be in a state of love and grace. Be open and receptive to receiving what you want. A lot of people desire partners based on biology. A lot of people are choosing relationship based on biology, right? You want the most attractive man and you want the most attractive woman. If you are really wanting to experience love in a relationship, then what you want to get into is a state where you honor, cherish, and respect your body. You honor, cherish, and respect your mind. And then you'll recognize the people that honor, cherish, and respect their bodies and minds. You want to be with someone that's more like you than not like you, right? That doesn't mean there won't be changes and differences, because you need differences in relationships. But yeah, you want to get into a state of how would you feel if the partner was just perfect for you, came into your life. And I'll tell you this, they tell me this all the time. It happens to everybody. Every time you call for love and you say, I want that perfect partner, it happens. But most people don't want to do the work to build it into that. The seed for what you ask for comes to you. A lot of people just don't want to put the work into relationships now, to go through the nuances, the differences, the willingness to change and grow and evolve ourselves in a relationship. A lot of people don't want to do that. I want you to be this way, and if you're this way, I'll be happy. You know, a lot of people do that. If you're not this way, I don't love you. Rather than learning to go through the process of helping each other become better people. So relationships are work, but they can be so much fun. You know, a labor of love. I'd be interested to hear your thoughts on what you think about relationships. Someone saying, hi, thank you. Well, sometimes we want things to happen so quickly, but it's important to elevate your consciousness first and be the presence of love. Absolutely. Yeah, I agree with that thought, Jasmine. What do you guys think about that thought? Hi. Hi, Alia. Yes, I would introduce meditation in kindergarten schools, etc. Absolutely. Absolutely. Just a teacher teaching children, raise your arm. Just teaching simple things like control over one's own body. Right? Just simple things. All put your hands up, all put your hands down, right? It's a very interesting thing to teach meditation, different ways to do it. Good morning. Good morning, Charmaine. Good to see you. Hi. Grand Risings. I gotta keep an eye on the time too. We're finishing up our Masterclass 102 Liberation course today. We just finished our last session for 2024. To all the students that are part of our Masterclass 2024, I've been so honored and privileged to be able to be the vehicle for this knowledge, this wisdom, and this information that we get to enjoy together. And I'll look forward to seeing you guys in the new year when we start Masterclass 103, and I hope you'll all join us there too. It's all about creation, the next one. To my patrons, I want to remember, patrons, tomorrow I'll be bringing you through the energy of Master Jesus. And again, he wants to make the focus peace. the restoration of peace. He's saying the full and abundant restoration of peace. He said, peace in its fullness is like floating on a cloud. You know you're floating, but you are not weighed down by anything. Wow, that's very cool. Thank you. Yeah, I hope you'll make it tomorrow night, Drusilla. I know you've missed the last couple of times. For my patrons, it's tomorrow evening, the 21st at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Can I give an example of what? I'm not sure what you're asking for an example of. I got time for 2 more questions. Remember, if you don't get your question answered today, use the Linktree link in my bio and send your question through there. Perhaps you'll offer a small donation to support the channel. Hi, guys. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Bartman. Appreciate that. Happy Friday. William, have I met my life partner yet? I get a no for that. Again, learning how to be open and receptive to what you want is a skill that most people don't have. A lot of people just don't have that skill to be open and receptive to what you want. And then to go about your day, always remaining, I'm open and receptive to wealth. I'm open and receptive to joy. I'm open and receptive to love, peace, happiness, contentment, prosperity, good relationships. To consciously and deliberately be open to it. Hi. Thank you, darling. I'm sorry, I think I missed the message relating to the dragon's eye. I don't recall seeing a message about the dragon's eye, Robert. But again, I will reiterate what the Ascendant said. Mediumship must be approached with a full understanding of what it is you're getting into. That you need to be in a vibrational state that's in alignment more with love than fear. Because your emotional, mental system acts as a vibrational system of attraction and repulsion. If you go into wanting to talk to spirits and you're afraid and you're angry, you'll attract spiritual energy on that level. If you go into meditation in a state of love and grace, then you're going to attract energies of that nature into your experience. You need to learn to change the way in which you operate your body, your mind, and your emotions. You have to learn how to operate them, get them into a state that's receptive and conducive more to love. Guidance, wisdom, knowledge, truth, inspiration, right? Inspiration is a vibration. Love is a vibration. Wealth is a vibration. Health is a vibration that you need to be in order to attract more of it and to embody more of it. Yes, I see. Yes. Please do set your alarm, Drusilla. And I look forward to seeing you tomorrow night. Yeah, Master Jesus and peace. What an excitement to experience peace, to go deeply into that state of being. It's also one of the states you want to be able to go into if you're going to access different realms, if you're going to call on God or your ascended masters. But there's a lot of demonic possession going on because people are trying to access information with their anger and their fear. They want to get even with people. They want to do so you attract spirits that will influence and affect you according to your faith, right? If your faith is angry and according to your faith, so it shall be. If your faith is joy, according to your faith, so it shall be, right? It's really simple. Not complex. Oh, thank you, Sherry. Thank you. As a child, I was a free spirit that could shift everything and saw it. I can't, uh, uh, I don't know what happened. I'm not sure what that means, but again, what happens to a lot of young children, because every one of us is born clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairsentience, claircognizance. We're all born with 5 physical senses to deal with the physical world, and you're also born with 4 non-physical senses to relate to and work with the realm of the invisible. And every child from the moment of conception, right up to around age 4 or 5, sometimes 6, those faculties of clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairsentience, and claircognizance are supposed to be developed. Just like sight, sound, touch, taste, and smell are developed by the world and the way you interact with it, clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairsentience, claircognizance are developed through meditation, through breathing, through creative visualization, through imagining. There are things that children are not being taught. They're being taught to read this book and listen to that, pay attention to that. And those other senses, by the age of 6 or 7, most people lose those senses. They remain dormant and undeveloped. In our masterclass series, we introduce you back to how to activate and open those senses up again. Because they're not gone, they're just atrophied. For most people, they're just atrophied. So you're just stuck with the physical world. There's only what I see, smell, touch, taste, and hear. Most people are stuck in the physical world. And that's all they perceive and experience. And it's not very fulfilling or happy, you know. But this other realm of clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairsentience, and claircognizance is designed to complement your creative process in the physical world. So you want to learn to reactivate those senses. And you do still have them, but you have not engaged in practices that allow you to activate and keep them well oiled and operating. You keep your body and hands and arms and legs moving all the time. So your body gets lots of use. Actually, your body gets used too much. You need to make time to go inside because you can heal the body very differently from another perspective, but that's another story. Anyway, I do need to get prepared for another event that I've got coming up shortly. And just know that you're loved, you're honored, you're cherished, even if you don't think you are. Even if you don't think that you are loved, honored, and cherished, you are. It's just a reality. There's a divinity that beats your heart right now, and it loves you. There's something beating your heart because it loves you. Just consider that thought. Take that with you into the day. No matter what you're feeling, remember, something is beating your heart because it loves you. Remember that you are loved. You are honored. You are cherished. You are blessed with life because you are loved. Remember that. Don't let your mind or the world tell you anything different. But remember you must learn to change your mind and change your emotions, because you don't want to be a nasty person either. You don't want to be an angry, thinking, oh, I'm loved so I can do whatever I want. No. Love is very precise and specific in what it says and what it does. Love doesn't scream at people. Love doesn't abuse the body. Love doesn't abuse other people. The acts of love and the acts of fear are very different in their nature and their effect. I want to wish each and every one of you much love. If you have any comments or suggestions about what you've heard today, please leave them in the comment section below. Leave a remark on my YouTube channel. Go to my website, williammichaelforbes.com, if you want to sign up for Masterclass 101. If you want to book a reading with me, that's the place to do it. You can use the Linktree link below my video or on my TikTok bio, or below any of my YouTube videos as well. One more announcement. I will not be going live on my personal Facebook channel anymore. I'm going to shift over to Instagram. I will still be going live on my Facebook business page, but I will no longer be streaming live on my Facebook personal page. For those of you that are watching this on my personal page, this will be the last transmission through my Facebook personal page for the Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday live events. And I will see all of you tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time that want to go into our discussion and experience of meditation tomorrow. It's short, it's sweet, but it's delicious. And have yourselves a joyful day. And thank you for all your support, all your love, all your affection. And I will see you guys on the next one tomorrow. Bye for now.